What's up, YouTube? This is my MLB Sing Saver deck profile I'm bringing to y'all. It's been done since I picked up 4 boxes of this set on Wednesday this week, or past week, I guess, and Sunday is the beginning of the week. But I wanted to wait to get the certain rarities I wanted before I uploaded it, I guess, because I'm OCD. I don't know. But I've been wanted to get some testing under it too, so also, thanks to a good friend I just met, and hopefully we'll continue to be friends with, for hooking me up with this awesome Steve Argyle band mat. It's for you those of you who don't know, it's Magic the Gathering, Liliana and Chandra in a lesbianic scene, which is hot as hell. There aren't that many of these, and they're very hard to find. I've been looking for this mat for a while. It's really awesome. But onto the deck profile. Enough of the sexy women, or never enough, really, but for my starter, I play Wingull Brave still the best starter in this build. I'll let you search for a lot of your deck. Very easy to get off. For grade 3s, I am playing 4 Sing Saver or Thing Saver Dragon. Seeker Thing Saver Dragon. For those of you who don't know, let's see if that'll focus. There we go. It is a Legion, obviously, with Blaster Blade Seeker, 11k, Counterblast 2, Soul Blast 3, and discard 2. At the end of the battle, this unit attacked Vanguard. If it's in Legion, pay the call. Search your deck up to 1 card named Thing Saver Dragon. Write it as stood. Shuffle your deck and choose a card named Blaster Blade Seeker from your Soul and Legion. This card, also when this unit attacks, it gets +2 until the end of battle. Yeah, you can get it off of 2 to 3 times. 2 times consistently, 3 if you have a Barkle behind it, it puts on a lot of pressure. For other parts of grade 3s, I am playing Majesty Lord Blaster, obviously, because it is the other part of the deck, MLB Sing Saver. This is one of my favorite, if not my favorite deck in the game. It always has been, it probably always will be. Just because I love Chaos decks no matter what the game. Let's see if I can zoom in. This is an older card, so a lot of y'all might not know what it does. It's a 10k base, unfortunately, but it doesn't matter that much. Its effect is if you have a Blaster Blade card and a Blaster Dart card in your Soul, this card gets +2000 +1 crit. Keep in mind, if you have a Blaster Blade Seeker or a Blaster Dark Revenger, it will not happen. It has to be Blaster Dark and Blaster Blade original. Its other effect is, that's by the way, it's a permanent +2 +1 crit, so it becomes a 12k permanent even on your opponent's turn, which is pretty good. Its other effect, though, is choose a unit named Blaster Blade and a unit named Blaster Dart from your rear guard. Put these cards under the Soul. When this unit attacks, you may pay the cost. If you do, it gets +10k to the end of the battle. So he essentially becomes a break ride with an extra crit the turn you do that effect. For those of you who are about to say, well, it's near impossible to get that off because you'd have to ride 2 grade 2s at a time and then ride this. No, that's why he's good. So you ride this first to get a lot of cards in Soul. Then you just ride Sing Saver. That's the main thing you do. So for grade 2s, I am playing 3 Blaster Blade Seekers. Still debating on whether or not I want to bump this to 4, but right now I don't really see the need. 3 is just enough. My bedazzled Blaster Blade. I am very pissed off, though, we didn't get this in the set as an actual card, except for Legion Rare. That's very annoying, but it is what it is. It's Counterblast 1 if you have Seeker Vanguard, and it gets Counterblast 1 retire grade 2 or greater. So obviously, since it is MLB, 4 Blaster Blade. If anything, this might get cut for another Seeker. I'm still debating on that. But right now, 4 Blaster Blade just because it's Blaster Blade. 3 Blaster Dark. I did cut this down to 3. Because since the deck's not solely MLB, you don't really need it at 4 anymore. And I bumped this up to 2. Star Call. A lot of y'all, again, older card, y'all might not know what this does. Its effect is counterblast 2 when this card is placed on Vanguard or Rearguard. If you have a Royal Paladin Vanguard, which you obviously will, pay the cost. If you do, search your deck for up to a grade 2 or less card with Blaster in its name and call it to the Rearguard and shuffle the deck. So it gets your other piece that you don't have, Blaster Dark or Blaster Blade for MLB to set up your combo. Or I can just call a Blaster Blade Seeker and counterblast 1 and retire. So, very good card. 4 Perfect Guard, obviously. I was thinking about putting in a 1 of Quintet Wall, but it's really not needed in this deck. 4K, probably still the best card in the deck, because technically you still have a Blast unit on Vanguard, even if you are in Legion, because you have Blaster Blade Seeker. It's a 10k attacker, grade 1, if you have a Blast unit as your Vanguard. That's really all there is to that. 3, Barkle clone, I guess you could call him. I call him Barkle, but it's a Gringle Seeker. Probably the main reason this deck is Thinksaver is good is you can pull it off multiple times with this effect. It's choose a card from your hand and put it at the bottom of your deck. When this unit attack hits a Vanguard, during the battle, this unit boosted a card named Blaster Blade Seeker, which if you're in Legion, it's still boosting Blaster Blade Seeker. Pay the cost. If you do, draw a card and put unflip a damage. So yeah, it's really good. To round out my, you can first before I say this, you can cut this to 2, and the next card you can play 4 of, but I like 3. The next card I am playing is 3 Lake Maiden Leons. Very, very, very good card. Helps you cycle through your deck, get rid of your dead Thingsavers in your hand you don't want. For triggers, I am sticking with the standard MLB trigger lineup, which is 12 crit, but 4 Lu, 4 Epona, 4 of the really cool art Seeker trigger, and then obviously 4 heal. That's my deck list, guys. Hope you liked it. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe. Stay tuned for more deck profiles later. I will be uploading Genesis Legion deck profile a little bit later on. But peace, YouTube.